down
No,
the
no, no,
ferocity
no,
of
please,
the AC.
no, please, I beg you.
Or you want to firm it.
Yes, I want to enjoy it because outside is hot.
Outside is hot.
I want to pull it inside so that when I go outside, my inside will be ACing me. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that strategy.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Have you eaten? Which African countries have you eaten jollof rice from?
I think I ate one in Kenya and one in Nigeria.
The Kenya one, was it authentic Kenyan jollof or just?
No, it was a restaurant, so I can't tell if the chef was making it from a recipe online or what. But like I think I took one from Kenya and one from Nigeria. Definitely,
Kenya and Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Kenyan one we can't verify whether it's authentic.
Yeah.
But Ghana jollof and certainly Nigerian jollof.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
I think I didn't like the Nigerian one. I prefer Ghana one. I think it's unfair to say that because
But if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's not by force.
I know, but because I've
Is
eaten
it because
several.
of the short fat
The
rice?
thing is that I've eaten several jollofs, like
Okay.
from university, from childhood, and now we meet girls who are very good chefs, and then they they make some nice jollof for you. I've eaten types of Ghanaian jollofs. So I'm comparing all those experiences and all those experiences, to a Nigerian jollof, one-time Nigerian jollof. I'm not being fair, but I definitely not like.
But at least that one time did not.
Nah. It was white. It was like whitish. It wasn't like it.
The flavor wasn't there.
Nah, the color wasn't intense.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh no, the PR for Nigerian jollof is not looking good this
terrible.
morning. But we have Afro Connect coming up on the 21st of
Yes.
September, and every year we have the Jollof Wars. In fact, last year Sierra Leone won the Jollof Wars, much to the displeasure, of course, of the other African countries repped. But actually, Jollof has its origins in Senegal and Gambia, from the Wolof tribe.
Ooh.
Yeah, so every time Nigerians and Ghanaians are fighting over jollof, the Senegambians, they get very, 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 very agitated.
Yeah.
But combined, they are not more than like 5 million. So we don't hear, we don't hear their
That
cries.
is unfair.
But all of my Senegambian friends,
Yeah.
shout out to
Yeah.
Chani, to Pulo, to
Yeah.
Athena, to all of them, Jeng. They want me to put across that jollof is from Senegambia. So Nigerians and Ghanaians, back off. You don't even own the rights to jollof rice.
I mean, we are, at least if not for us to, nobody will know that it's from them. So it's
They
good
should
that
keep shouting in vain.
no, not that. Like, let us hype it for them so that when the hype goes up, they come out and say, "We did it." It helps everybody.
It does.
Yes,
it does indeed. Now, how have you been?
I've been good. I've been calm, trying to re-energize myself every time. Human beings, we work, and when we are down, we have to re-energize. That's all we are trying to do, and keep going, keep creating new projects all the time, meeting new people, expanding your reach, expanding your people, your connections, your abilities as well. Charlie, it's been good. There's a slow but sure growth in my both my personal life and my creative life.
I love that, and I think that has to do with your consistency. If there's somebody I can count on, that even if I lose touch, I go back on the socials, there'll be something waiting for me.
Yeah.
It's Worlasi, and I have to confess, I haven't been keeping up too much. But of course, in lieu of this interview, I had to go back and see what Worlasi has been up to. And my goodness, there's a song of yours that is fresh, it's new, it's been on repeat.
Thank you.
Safia.
Thank you, Safia.
Safia.
Yes.
What mood were you in when you wrote that? I'm jumping the gun, but let me get into it. What mood were you in?
I think I was in a mood of motivation. I felt so motivated, and I felt like I had everything I needed to be whatever I want. There wasn't. There were setbacks, but they were not setbacks that couldn't be solved. I'm getting to a point where I'm beginning to understand that anything that happens that feels like a setback has a solution, and that feeling just made me feel like anything is possible. And so I just went ahead and wrote that song. The song is actually a short story from a short story my granddad told me, where somebody was trying to open a door with a name on it. So imagine you find a door with your name on it, and basically the door represents opportunities and whatnot. When they say when a door closes, another door opens, that kind of thing.
Right.
And this person has been trying to open the door. It's not opening. There are guards at the door. You're talking to the guards. The guards are not minding him or her, whoever it is. And and then they realize that there's a key in their pocket, and they open the door and they enter. Basically, what it's saying is that things that are yours are always yours, and they're always available, and all you have to do is to just open the door, you know. And I think we tend to forget that is highly possible, and things around us can be used to do something. And I think that's what motivated me to do the exhibition last week, Saturday, because I used pieces of fabrics that were being thrown out to make art, and it was quite successful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
A very powerful message. Do you always feel like what is meant for you will come to you? It won't pass you by?
No, you have to go for it. You have to work for it. What is meant for you is there for you. But if you don't work for it, you will not get it. That's what I believe. You have to work for it. You have to learn about it. You have to read. You have to educate yourself. You have to ask people. And you have to talk to people, which is one of the hardest parts of my life, because I'm very introverted, so I have to find ways of talking to people and, you know, mingling and networking. That's the word, networking.
Well, that's the name of the game. This sort of industry that you find yourself.
Yes.
Whether you like it or
yes, you have to.
You have to go out there, connect with people. That's how you get opportunities, and so on and so forth. Do you like the tag celebrity?
No, I don't think. I mean, I like the idea of somebody celebrating you for what you have done. But we have changed the celebrity to something that is like, this person is better than everybody else, you know. But that's not the case. I think the word there is to celebrate what the person has done, or celebrates the person themselves for choosing or daring to do things that we can't do, you know. But if you put a celebrity in the position of a doctor, they can't do it. And if you put a doctor in the position of a celebrity, they also can't do it. So I feel like there's equal respect and understanding between two, but it's just we have changed the word celebrity, you know. And we always make, in quote, celebrities feel like they can't be normal. And so it affects any young or budding artist or person in the limelight to always behave in a certain way that they don't want to behave.
Does that pressure get to you even?
Or before it used to, because I had no choice. Like everywhere you go, people are like, hey, what's up? Hey, let's take a picture here. So I was forced to behave in a certain way or do things in a certain way. And I started realizing that I have to be myself, because I couldn't help being myself anyways. But yes, it used to. And so I really don't like and I don't even know where it comes from, because I don't know when it started. Isn't it, you know, when for example, like, if you have a degree in something, you get a certificate. So I don't even know when it started, like during the music career. You know, then all of a sudden they start calling you that. And
of course, people get impacted by your work. More and more people come to the table. But time check, it is some 20 minutes to the top of the 11 a.m. We're still live here on a 3 Lounge, kicking it with the incredible Worlasi. And I'm already lost in the conversation. But Worlasi, for the uninitiated, I know I've jumped the gun a little bit. There might be people who are listening who are new to you, new to your music. They want to know maybe when you started, whether you've always been about the music, and you know what you would call your personal style.
I think that's a lot of questions. I started doing music. My name is Worlasi, by the way, for those who don't know me. It's Worlasi.
It's not a guy name.
I know, but no, it's not.
It's your
That's my actual name. It's my middle name.
Okay.
So my name is Worlasi. I'm an from Agbozuma Kliko.
From where?
Agbozuma Kliko, the Volta region.
Agbozuma
Kliko. From the Volta region. My grandparents raised me, so I have a sense of trying to inculcate my language and my music as much as I can, sticking to my traditions as much as I can, respecting other religions as much as I can, because I've been trained and raised to respect other religions, because I was raised to actually be in several religions. I grew up as a Catholic. My dad was a Muslim for a while, so I also went to the mosque for a while. And you know, once in a while, our family we go to our hometown when it's a funeral or whatever, and then you have to pay homage to tradition, and all those things. So within these three religions, I have been raised to respect all of them. That's per religion aside. Education, I went to Pope John Senior High and Junior Seminary. And then I went to TTU, Takare Technical University.
Wait, you went to Pope John's and then you went to a seminary?
No, the school is a high school and a seminary.
A high school and a seminary. Okay.
Yes. But I was not on the seminary side of things.
I was going to find out if you were also a seminary dropout. We have a few of them here. They will add your name to the list of legends who went in there and realized the fire was too hot, so they retreated. But you didn't do the seminary.
No. I didn't do the seminary part. But I had friends in my class who were part of the seminary. So
are they still in the?
Yeah. They are still in the spirits. Even just recently, I went for one of them's 1 year anniversary of being a priest.
Oh, amazing!
So I have 3 friends who are priests. So I think I'm happy about the way I was raised and the kind of people around me, because it makes you see the inside and outs of people, and you realize that, Charlie, everybody's a human being. Anyways, per music, I did fine art, painting and commercial art in TTU, and then while I was in school, second year, I started making music. And after a year, things were picking up, Hama was asking for features, Dot was asking for features. It was just flying. J Soul called me, and I looked up to all these people. So I think I was slacking on school a bit, but I had to pick up again, and I came back to Accra, and I started doing music for a while with SR Supreme Rights. It was nice, it was fun and all, but after 3 years I had to leave that group because I wanted to grow. I wanted to learn the business aspects of music. I also wanted to travel. I met a couple of people that helped me with that. So I shout out to Senat Agadu for all the link ups and all the ways of being and surviving in Europe as a musician. So per music, I think that's basically it. I went to Coke Studio for a session with Salty Soul.
Incredible.
Files.
Salty Soul from Kenya.
Yes, from Kenya.
Is that
Files,
who introduced you to Kenyan Jollof?
No.
Okay,
I just went to a restaurant by myself.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, amazing people. And Files, the bad guy, was also present on that session. I think amazing guy too. And then I went to Nigeria for a show with what's their name? Show Them Camp. And then South Africa for another show with the Music of Africa, whatnot. I've forgotten the full name. But that was also for like 2 weeks. And I've been going to Europe every year, almost every year.
For how many years now?
Probably for like 5 years.
Okay.
Every year I try to go to Europe, except the COVID time. Yes, except with the COVID time. Yes.
Now, if you go on the Intes of Net, your music is described as a unique blend of rap, Afrobeats, and traditional music influence. Does that correctly categorize your kind of music?
Hey, Charlie, these critics, man.
Have they gotten it wrong?
Yeah, I
Rap,
think they've gotten
Afrobeats,
it.
Traditional music?
Yeah, traditional. They've gotten it. They've gotten it. I think they've gotten it too because I'm very experimental with my music. And so there are so many explanations of how my music is. I don't even know how to explain it myself. Because I always say that there's a difference between making music and criticizing music. And there are people out there, who don't make music, but they are very good with criticizing music. They understand the ins and outs of music. And so I can't say yes or no, but I can say thank you for describing my music the way you feel. It resonates with you, you know. Yeah, so yeah, I can't tell, but there's a lot of things in there that is very true. Yeah.
And there are others who would put you firmly and squarely in the alter scene, or the alter bracket.
Yes.
That's how we describe this kind of music, or your kind of music. Do you think the alter scene gets the recognition that it deserves?
I don't know, man. I think I am getting the recognition I deserve. When I do my shows, people come, I cash out, I go home. So my recognition, I'm very happy about it. I love the people that love my music. The fan base might not be 10,000 million or 1 million or whatever, but I feel like we are getting the recognition that we deserve.
So would you say that it's the passion for you that drives the music? It's
yes.
the message that drives your music?
Yes, it is. There are so many people that we consider alter. You know, for example, Thames is considered alter, right? But she's very popular.
Very mainstream.
Very mainstream, right? So it's very hard for you to draw a line for that. The only reason why Ghanaians draw lines to that is because of popularity, shiny clothes or shiny cars. If, for example, next year I find an investor and I start changing my brand, I'm doing the same music but it's pushed with some form of financial support, it will clearly be changed from alter to pop. The reason why we call it pop is because it's popping everywhere.
Got it.
It's popular. It's global. It's popular.
Yeah.
Exactly. So once the song becomes popular, you move from alter to pop. So it's very difficult to associate an artist as an alter artist because of the music they are doing. You know, I don't think it's about the music. It's about the scale of management.
That's an interesting perspective, because actually when you mentioned Thames, I guess without that financial muscle, we too would be putting in that alter bracket. Now, you are one that is never shy about infusing your music with what is actually happening on the ground or what's happening in society. Do you ever think, maybe I should make the message more palatable, more, appealing to those who might be offended by that messaging? Does it ever cross your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it crosses my mind, but I can't help it when I'm making music. Music is an expression. When you're in the feeling, you're in the mood, you have to express how you feel. And that's how I feel. You know, if history books were written by dumbing it down or making it palatable for people, we will not find the information. It's like, a president was born 1972, and then you say, you know what, let's make it palatable, let's just write 19, and then we leave the 72. We will not know what happened. Music is not just for entertainment, it's also a form of art that records history. One day you can go back and say, this is when this happened, and you can check at that time Worlasi even made a song about it. It makes joining and aligning the history pattern very, very conk for those who are yet to come to understand what actually happened. So I don't think it's a bad thing to do that, and I know people feel like it's affecting people, but it's not. Politicians, they do it all the time to themselves. They know it's just a game. They know they have to say things about each other, especially when they're actually doing it. I'm not making things up, and
this is just the reality.
It's just the reality, and I think it has to be said the way it is. And I do not insult anybody or anything. It's just reciting what is happening, because once we are gone, there will be people who will want to know what happened. And sometimes the music helps. I've learned so much through music, listening to Bob Marley, listen to Jay-Z, listen to Kanye, listen to Kendrick, listen to Reggie Rockstone or Bradford. And then with everybody, Sarkot there manifest, with everybody there is this sense of talking about what is happening once in a while. There's a political aspect towards them, and everybody has done that. Shatawale has spoken about what is happening. Stonebwoy has spoken about what is happening. But it's rather unfortunate that every time Worlasi is the one that is aligned to the one who is always talking about it.
It comes up quite often, know, that you're quite political, if you will, at least in the messaging, that you are highlighting the ills of society. Do you ever get persons in politics approaching you with a specific agenda? I mean, we're getting close to the polls in December. Why are you looking to the side? Does that happen? Is it happening? Talk to me.
I can neither.
You can neither confirm nor deny.
Yes.
So, spoken like a politician. Do you have political ambitions?
No. I have communal ambitions.
What are those?
So recently, 2 weeks ago, we planted some trees in my neighborhood, and I also want to clarify that, I do not do political songs. I do communal things that are happening to us. I live in spaces where I can see what is happening and I can feel the pain of people, and I can feel it myself too. And so
you're not immune to the pressures of modern day Ghana.
Exactly. So I'm speaking from what I am. I can't be a politician. I didn't study to be a politician. So my songs can't.
Worlasi, you can be a politician. So they can't be.
Sure. I can be a communal. I can be. I like the communal aspect of politics, and because the politics itself is not a fun game and fair game. It's like it's quite dangerous. But communal is just like I said, I have a project called Giving Shade, where we have a sub project underneath that is called 50 Shades of Green. So we plant 50 trees every year. Last 3 weeks we tried to plant some trees. So we planted 45, because some of the people in the neighborhood said they don't want some trees there, but it's fine. So we were able to plant some trees, and I think that's the only part of my life that could be aligned to politics.
I definitely think that you have a place in today's politics. Time check. It is some 8 minutes to the top of the hour, 11 a.m. You're still locked into 3 Lounge right here on 3FM 92.7. We're chopping it up with Worlasi for president, although he says that, that's not his ambition. Now, you have a song titled 4 Years.
Yes, 4 years.
Talk to us about that.
It means 4 years you vote again, and then it's the same thing, it's the same lies, it's the same, it's crazy how, the repetition never ends. And I think it's never ends because there'll always be poor people, there'll always be rich people, and so it would never stop, and those who need something will always go for what is shiny. It doesn't matter whether they know they're lying or not. They need it now, and so they'll go for it. And it just saddens me to see that every year we repeat the same thing.
Well, every 4 years.
Every 4 years, yes, every 4 years we go to the polls, repeat the same thing, and the lies are the same, and and sometimes
just broken promises,
exactly, over and over again. It's just when we don't make the awareness of certain things, we are always scared to talk about it, or we forget about it because everybody's busy doing something.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. It's like morning talk shows where they're talking about politics. Exactly.
Each and every morning. I've been doing this for 4 years now, and some of the days I'm thinking, deja vu. I've said this before.
Exactly.
I've been here before.
Yes,
The floods will come. The floods will go.
Exactly.
It gets very frustrating sometimes. What do you think about entertainers who wade into politics? So we've seen the John Dumelos and others who have those ambitions, and those that just wholeheartedly support a particular party. Do you think it's important that entertainers do that? Should they stay
it's highly important. If you feel and you know that it's your purpose to be a leader in our governance, then you should. I think it's very, very important, especially for entertainers, to actually be into politics, because we are a huge part of the industry, but somehow it is not highly respected or given a chance or given a space to throw light on them, because it's crazy how you can see how Nigeria is everywhere only because of their music. I can't think of anything that Nigeria is doing that is putting them on the globe.
They claim they are cooking better jollof, but we know it's really the music that is getting them.
The only thing that is putting them, for me, putting them on the map is the music.
They are aggressive about their craft. They are passionate about what they do, and I think that's something that's come up. When we talk about this Ghana Niger situation, which I am actually so tired, of dissecting, juxtaposing the two different jurisdictions. For me, Ghanaian musicians make such great music. I'm in love with our alter scene. And before you came in this morning, I played one that features you. It's Maya Ride. It's something that I play very often. It is timeless music. We have great musicians in Ghana. When you go to some of these, concerts, these shall we say underground events, you leave and you think, Charlie, if they had the money, Charlie, it would blow. But time check, some 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's get into this one. It is 4 years by Worlasi. Facebook. Hello, Worlasi still with us. If you want to shoot him some questions, please feel free to do so. Well, this one is coming from Fremid Gemini. I hope I haven't butchered that. And this message says, Worlasi is a great musician. He has a track with EL called It's Your Life, another one titled Hibernate. Check them out, it's dope. And he goes on to list some of your other songs. They're also citing some music in the film Aloe Vera. This person is a super fan. Jason says, this man be conscious, organic artist. I don't know what that means, but Worlasi, that's for you.
So we could take the money.
Mavada Victory says, Worlasi again. Oh, I'm not sure what he's done again this time. But do send your messages through. We would love to read them out. Also connect with us on our socials, on X, on Facebook, also on Instagram. The hashtag we're using this morning, it is #3Lounge. So, Worlasi, they're calling you conscious. I know you hear that all the time. Is it because of the hair? It's the, what is it?
I think it's the way I express myself. Even if I'm expressing love, it's in a very what we call deep way. It's not too flirtatious or very randomly speaking way. I think maybe that's the reason why I have a way of using my words, and the choice of words changes the way people see things or people perceive things.
My bad.
The way it's perceived is because I think normally how somebody's going to talk about it is not the way I'm going to talk about it. It's also part of the reason why I'm called I'm in the alt scene, so because I have ways of saying things that is quite different. You'd have to read a subtitle or, to understand.
Read between the lines. Some people say the persons that are raised by their grandparents tend to be a bit wiser. Or more. Why? Somebody that was raised by their grandma and grandfather. No.
I know, yeah. I can't say that.
That's a perception that
it's a perception,
because they're so wise, they'll impart that kind of knowledge to you.
It actually helps. I think the reason why that is because when you are raised by grandparents, there you see all the timelines of life right before you, because you probably have a cousin or a niece also staying in the house, or somebody that just had a baby staying in the house, and then you can see both timelines. You can see the old, the married, the youth, and then the babies. So you can see all the timelines and learn from it before it even happens. You can understand what is happening in politics because your grandfather or your grandmother will be talking about the hardships in the economy. But if you are just raised by a young person who is working hard to make ends meet, they don't necessarily talk about things that happened in the past. They don't talk about politics. We only go out and eat.
Maybe they don't even have time.
They don't even have time to do it because they are tired, they're exhausted. But growing up with grandparents have the time to talk about things. They have the time to teach you things because they are done. They have the time to teach you languages. My grandma could speak like 7 to 8 languages, and she just switches the languages and she teaches you whilst you are growing up. So I think it's the knowledge that they have and then the impact, and then the lifestyle that they have also. It influences you irrespective of whether you want it or not.
Well, Professor Frimpong Boateng, he's a Ghanaian physician, world-renowned cardiothoracic surgeon, one-time minister. He said something last year that has stuck with me all throughout. He says, young people in Ghana have a future they can no longer afford to postpone. Time is ticking, but it appears that we're just not catching up with our peers. How do you feel, as a Ghanaian youth? The years are ticking by. I'm sure you have dreams and aspirations of your own. From where you sit, what does the future of the Ghanaian youth look like?
That's a huge question. Anyways, there's a lot of things running in my head right now. In terms of internet, we have the ability to do anything, right? We can learn anything now we can download anything now. There are people in Kenya, other countries developing, creating washing machines from little things, creating soaps that can cure cancer and whatnot. There are very intelligent individuals or youngins in this country, and then all they need to do is apply themselves. I understand that the government has to put in place things to help them, but there's also so much in place right now that can help you and let you get to where you want if you apply yourself. Generally and globally, I don't think we can catch up easily. We've not been catching up since. It's not now that we'll catch up, because now it's even faster and even worse than before. For example, AIs. AI is just making things quickly. It's making things quickly. It's quicker than anything. Writers are losing their job. Artists are losing their job. And you have to learn how to use it. The only problem with this is when it comes to crafts or intelligence that has to do with technology, when you don't have the technology, you cannot learn how to do it. And I think it's high time we started adding AI. Like, we should have been adding this long time ago, 10 years ago. We should have been adding AI to our curriculums and whatnot. That is the only thing that I think might affect us in the long run, because our curriculums do not engage futuristic possible how do you call it, professions. So we are always learning things of the past.
We need to catch up.
We need to catch up in terms of knowledge, and especially in terms of technology. And I think globally it might be hard for us to catch up, because right now it takes technology to catch up. It's not just like, oh, I know that thing, I can't, it takes technology to catch up.
That is what is propelling other jurisdictions, getting them ahead, not because they're any more spectacular than we are, but they have the tools that they need. Something that always strikes me is, especially young men, they'll tell you, I can't even afford to get married. It's not something that's even
I can't.
on.
I'm telling you right now, I can't afford to get married.
You can't afford to get married.
No, I can't. Why would I can't afford to get married.
What do you need? You have a TV, don't you? I'm listening.
The TV stuff, I know they watch.
You have a TV.
The TV.
Oh, Worlasi, do you have a TV?
Yes, I have a TV.
Okay. Do you have a washing machine?
Yes, I have a washing.
Do you have an AC?
Yes, I have an AC.
What again? You have somewhere to lay your head?
Yes, I have somewhere.
Then it's you now that you're not looking for romance.
No, I didn't say I can't romance. Romance party, I can't romance.
You've been romancing.
That's not what I said.
I'm asking. You said the romance there. You have it on lock.
I said I can't romance.
And now that we know you have all the ingredients, you have a TV set. Your future wife will be nice and cool.
On what the man said, that we can't marry.
Well, a lot of young people say they can't get married. It's too expensive, because now, let's say you want to furnish your home. You walk into any furniture store. There's no credit facility. Boom! If they say it's 27,000 for the couch, you have to buy it. I
think the only thing the thing that is also making it hard for us is, there are no institutions that have made it very easy for people to buy things. A place like, for example, Antigua, they probably don't even have mobile money. I think they don't. They don't even have, their lights goes off like ours too. But they have a system where if you are working, no matter what work you are doing, you can buy something and pay little by little.
Okay, the credit system.
It works. So you can get a house, you can get a car, you can get, but here I don't think it works for everybody. It only works for just minority of the country, like probably like 10% or maybe 1%. Maybe less than that. So I think that is what's making Ghana very hard for the young men too. Because you have to work for money. So and Charlie, if you can't go and buy a house with your even phone safe, you have to buy it fresh. You have to go and buy it fresh.
You can't even
cash.
I mean,
cash.
Since I moved back to Accra, the same phone now, because in another jurisdiction, quickly have I gone and signed up to one credit facility with the latest. I simply cannot do that. But since you brought up romance, Worlasi, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I didn't realize that you had brought that up. I mean, you kind of fell into
You said the romance.
Kind of fell
you said romance.
I understand.
I didn't fall
What is romance in Accra for a superstar, an alt star, look like? Is it easy to find the kind of lady?
Hey, I got it.
You brought up the romance.
Actually, for the record, I didn't bring up romance. She
Sure,
did.
sure.
But it's fine. I think romance in Accra, for me, has been good. It has been very good. You know, you learn from it, you don't learn from it, but it's been very good.
Sure.
Yes, it's been very good. It's been spectacular.
It's been spectacular.
Yes.
Sounds as though you are saying the opposite. Me, what I hear a lot is that, romance in Accra is quite difficult, finding genuine people whose interests and politics and values align with yours is quite difficult. Do you find that challenge, especially in the space you're in?
Yes, I find it a lot. You find people that you don't align with, maybe due to what they believe in, where they are coming from. There's a cultural difference, or there's a vast range in mindset, pair topics that you don't agree on. So there's always something, but the connection is always there at the beginning. So it's nice to connect with people and enjoy each other's company.
I thought you were going to stop at enjoy each other. When you make music that has
You're coming for me, pal.
How am I coming for you? When you make music that has themes of, love, romance, or whatever it is, are you drawing from life experiences? Are you making it for your fans to enjoy? Where does that come from?
Yeah, I think mostly it's from life experiences. Sorry, mostly it's from life experiences. Once in a while, dreamy experiences. I have a song called Tra, which is Menage a Tra. It just has never happened, right? So and I think it's Trois. But anyways, doesn't matter. It's not my language.
Tu parles français?
No.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Anyways, so those ones are just fictional. It hasn't happened because people keep asking me, oh, did it actually happen? Did it actually happen? I said nah. But mostly it is from life experiences. It's easier to write from life experiences because it's true. The words are true, and sometimes when you are romantically involved with people,
I don't know why Worlasi use it.
Romantically involved, because you like that word. Involved, you like romance, but involved with people. Sometimes they even write things to you that you read and you're like, oh, this is beautiful. And sometimes I write with it. I write around it. It's beautiful to work around what you have been going through.
I want to play this one. It's Komot by Worlasi. It's a personal fave. Let's get into it.
Please.
This is 3 Lounge on 3FM 92.7. Into what exactly inspired this one by Worlasi. It's titled Komot. Very powerful lyrics indeed. We'll break now for a very quick commercial break. When we come back, there's more great vibes right here on 3 Lounge.
Star 712 Ash.
Luck is everywhere for everyone.
Dial star 712 hash. Now join in the luckiest winning celebration. Every 1st July 2024. Over dial star 712 hash. Now I can swap to tickets as a group, individual, and now even as a community. Now when Nisika gets here, prizes are gets here in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Now join in the winning streak now.
The luckiest.
Star 712 Ash.
Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah, the luckiest.
3FM 92.7 Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
Come there, I'm with you. I'm a brave caveman, I'm a cage man.
3FM 92.7 Urban Lifestyle Radio Station.
We are back. This is 3 Lounge on 3FM and 92.7. It's a glorious Wednesday morning, and we're kicking it with Worlasi in the studio. Before we went on that break, we were listening to the song Komot by Worlasi. Very sad song indeed. What kind of mood were you in when you wrote?
Actually, it's like I like it when people like express themselves with my music in different ways, you know. Because some people feel like it's very uplifting. Some people to say it's very like romantic, you know.
I know a heartbreak song when I hear it.
I mean, that's like I said, it's an expression. How you feel about it.
That's solely my interpretation.
Yes, it's solely your interpretation.
One might say that you are attempting to pull the wool over my eyes.
I wish I could pull things over your eyes.
On that note, we'll carry on with the conversation with Worlasi. More great music in the pipeline. But generally, when you are, trying to put out music, and I don't even know if that's the right way to go about it, are you compelled to put out music?
No, I'm not.
As per a schedule, or it comes as and when?
No, it doesn't. Okay, it comes out as and when, but sometimes I want to make music. Like when I came back from Europe and there was this, walk thing, the fix the country thing. I was compelled to make music. The frustration was intense. I went for the walk. I felt like I had to make something to represent that time, and so I made the Angry African EP very quickly, and it was so easy because I was in a space where something was happening. But yeah. Sometimes you are compelled, sometimes it comes, and sometimes I release one song in a year. I don't try to force it because I do other things. I paint as well, and I'm trying to improve that side of my life as well. You can't just do one thing these days. You have to do plenty of things. Elon Musk, if he gets spaceship, he gets car, he get bike, then you don't get anything. You are doing only one thing.
In other places, doing only one thing can provide you all the fulfillment, comfort, remuneration, all of that stuff.
It's cool. I think it also has to do with what your motivation is and what you think your body can do. You know what I mean? I feel like I have more to give. That's why I'm doing this. Some people feel like this is all I want to give myself to, and that's fine.
I see. Do you act?
No, Jesus, no.
Would you ever get into maybe the movie industry?
I've had so many people come to me. I've had directors, I've had actors, actresses come to me that I should be in a movie, but it's very hard to do. I don't know how to act.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not doesn't come easy.
No,
like we
it's not. Nah, it's not.
These guys are crying on demand and so on and so forth.
Because if I knew how to act, like my music would be popular.
You think so?
Oh yes.
What do you mean by that?
Most pop artists are acting.
In what way?
Oh, I don't know.
Expand.
For example, like it's called a make believe craft, right? You have to. It's not every musician that you see that is standing behind a Lamborghini or doing this thing that can act. So you have to learn that craft as well. Even in music, when you study music in the US, you go for acting lessons.
Okay.
So that when they put a camera in front of you and there's a scene where you have to do something, you learn how to behave or reenact that feeling that you had when you were making the music back into the camera. So it's part of the pop culture, basically.
I see. Let me take just one quick step backwards and talk about the creative process. We talked about, you being in that mood or in that space to create the music. Do you have to be... What is the word I'm thinking about? Some people will say, I can only create with all of the lights off in the studio, dark, or early morning. Yeah. Some people say I need something to maybe lubricate my throat. And I'm talking about beverages, guys. Don't get any funny ideas. Somebody might say that I need to maybe ingest some one or two to uplift the mood, the spirit. Am I taking you along with me on this journey?
No, you lost me as...
Where did you alight?
Lubricating your throat.
What external forces could potentially be involved
in lubricating your throat?
No, in your creative process when you want to make music. Do you make music only at night? I know people like that.
I like at dawn. It's perfect.
Dawn?
Yeah, it's so quiet, like 1 a.m.
Then you come to Agbogba and see whether you can make music at dawn. You are competing with the chicken, the street preacher, and so on.
Oh wow,
and so
that's
forth.
Wild, crazy. Anyway,
that means you live somewhere quiet.
It's quite quiet.
Okay.
It's quiet. I like dawn. It's amazing. It's amazing to record at dawn. It's like the whole world is quiet. You hear everything. You don't feel like anybody is interrupting or anybody's watching. Also, recording in darkness is nice. Having a nice ambience, some nice red light or blue light, it calms you down. You refocus only on yourself, what you're thinking and how you feel. And like I said, music is you expressing how you feel. So somehow it's you have to be in the feeling to express it so that people can feel it, or you have to act it out. And so it's good to put yourself in the mood. So anything you can do to put yourself in the mood, be it lubrication or whatever, you have to put yourself in the loop.
I regret throwing that word into the mix, but what time of day or night did you come up with the concept, the lyrics for Safia?
Oh man, Safia is actually on my upcoming album, which is called Vim, Voices in My Head. So it's VIMH. And I think I'm trying to make it like 80%, 90% aware, because I've found myself in a space where I'm trying to learn more about my culture. I want to improve upon my vocabulary in Ewe. I'm growing. One day I will have kids, and it will be nice for me to teach them these ways of my people. And I think I learn better when I play with it. And playing with music and playing with my language makes it better. So I think through that, I came with Safia. That's why you realize that the whole song starts with Ewe, and then the verse is it's in English. Also, I've already explained what it means, so I think that's it's already on the clear.
Well, introduce that for us. I think it's a very powerful song, and let's get into it.
All right, Charlie. Hi, guys. Worlasi here. Please listen to Safia. Tell me what you think, how it makes you feel. Waska.
of the 12 noon. It's still live here on 3 Lounge. We're still kicking it with Worlasi, soaking in this masterpiece that's coming on the upcoming album, which is titled Vim. Voices
in my head.
What are the voices in your head telling you?
Think so.
Is your mind always ticking? Something is always going on?
Nah, I think it's the voice in my head represents melodies as well. You know, it's not just words, it's melodies as well. And also some of the voices too, it's like, I think we should talk about this, you know, because sometimes you don't make music for yourself, you make music for people that you meet, your friends,
right.
Things that are happening, you know, and you think that if you had a particular song for that, somebody could listen to that when they're in that mood, you know. So the voice in my head is not just me, it's voice around me that resonates in my head, and as time goes on, and mostly the melodies that come to me. Yeah.
When does Vim officially come out?
There is no time yet. Yes, I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Safia is the first song
okay.
out of it. I want to see how it's going to work because finding out. So I'm happy that it's working. So now that we've seen what people like, we will adjust certain things accordingly.
Fantastic. More great music coming your way. Let me ask about collaborations in the industry. And after that, DJ Wabs has a burning question for you this morning. He's a big fan. I know he's, eager to get that question up. Yeah. On collaborations, how easy, how difficult is it to come together with fellow Ghanaian musicians to make music?
It's quite easy, but it depends on the status of the individual. There are certain individuals where you ask them and you don't get a feedback, you know, or they tell you that I'll get back to you, but they don't. But you have to also understand that it's not the music is not only about I want to do a feature, so I'll do it. Right. It's also about, does it work for the artist that you're asking for the feature? At that time, do they want to make a music like that? Do they want to release a song like that? Does it resonate with what they are working with now?
Right.
So the feature is quite easy, but I think you have to focus on how and when to get it. Yes.
Is there anybody that you haven't yet collaborated with that you are trying to woo, get into the studio?
I mean, there are so many artists that I would love to work with. I would love to work with so many artists. Like I'd love to work with Mugiz. I would like to work with Stone Boy. I would like to work with Shatawale. I would like to work with all these people, you know. But like I said, it's all timing, and then the house too, you know. And if it also resonates with them, yeah.
Well, DJ Wabs, I have activated your mic. You have a question, and shout out to DJ Wabs for the immaculate vibes all week long. Talk to us.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I was listening to your albums.
Yeah. Nusa, yeah.
And what caught my eye is the beginning, which talks about spirits and the body where it's borrowed, it's not ours. And then I listened to your other album too, The Man and the God,
Chant,
which the beginning also have a little bit of similarity to
that. Yes,
exactly. So I have noticed some other artists also have the same roots, like Fabeye, AC, Akan. They're also very spiritual when it comes to their music.
Yes.
I want to know what the thought process is like in order to come up with something like that, where you speak about the spirits and the human. What was running through your mind, or what third force was open in your head in order to come up with that? Because I noticed the album was very, very spiritual.
Yeah. It doesn't take one day to create something like that. So it's hard to just explain how it works. You know, for example, if like let's use something that maybe you might be familiar with. Imagine there's a girl you like, or a guy, I don't know right now, I don't know. So imagine there's somebody you like, and you are you've been thinking about the person for a long time. It's always inside you, you know. It's something that you've been feeling for a long time. You've been wanting to express for a long time, but you can't. And then one day, after maybe 3 months, you meet this guy, it just bursts up, and you're like, hey, you know what? I'd like to talk to you about something. And she says, what? And you tell her something, and it just makes her feel good. You understand? That's how it is with these kind of songs as well. There are things that has been on your mind as a person for a long time, and then there's just one day that something hits you, and you're like, you know what, today I'm just going to talk about it, or I'm going to write about it, or I'm going to sing about it. And once that happens, it just comes out the way it is, and it feels like it's extremely spiritual, but it's just because you've been feeling it for a long time, so it's easy for you to express it. That's one explanation I can give for how the process of how it happens. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. I can't tell for Familiar Dems, but they are very spiritual people, and I think being spiritual is great for an artist. You have to be spiritually aligned with yourself and your divines, you know.
DJ Wabs, are you happy with that answer? Okay, it's a thumbs up on this side.
All these girls want me back.
28 to the top of the hour, 12 noon. This is still 3 Lounge on 3FM 92.7.
I don't be mad for your libido, but no, so leave me go.
And it's always said to be a banger if Worlasi is on the feature. What's or who has been your favorite person, Worlasi, to collaborate with in the music scene?
I think I would say Akan. I'll say Manifest. I'll say Shako there too. Hammer of the last two. And who? IEC too. IEC.
Oh, you guys are quite good friends?
Quite good friends is a stretch, but like we are cool. We are very cool. We respect and appreciate each other's work. So yes, these are the people that I think I've enjoyed working with. I've also enjoyed working with Sinaso, Aduma. I've enjoyed working with Maya too. Very, very great people. Info Sabina too. Amazing artist. Senadagadu. Amazing. It's a lot. These are the people I think I've enjoyed so far. It's nice.
Speaking about AI, do people ever confuse the two of you, your style or your personality?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all, yeah.
I mean, sometimes you kind of lump everybody together.
Yeah,
kind of the hair, the style, that sort of thing.
If it's per looks, maybe I don't think so. I don't think
you guys
I don't think
alike. Maybe the
else
vibe. Somebody might say you have a similar vibe.
Yeah.
I would. What month were you born in?
September.
What's the star sign?
I don't know those things.
You don't follow astrology?
No, I have to. I don't even have money. I should be following star.
No, I think the star signs, there's something going on.
September
23rd. September 23rd. We'll find out what your star sign is. I mean, I was only asking because I know.
My mom told me that any woman that asks you of your star sign, you have to run away from her.
Okay, so you are a Virgo, and that is the same star sign as Beyonce. So you're in good company. I think AC, the last time I asked, he's a Cancer. Okay. That's his star sign. And they're usually quite calm,
dangerous girl,
quite quiet, quite introverted. Yeah. So maybe that's why both your styles get confused some or what. Why are we laughing? You've been warned against dangerous women. What are the characteristics?
Women that ask you of star sign, it means they know things, and they understand human beings.
Or be scam.
Oh, not be scam. It's true. It's actually true.
Yeah.
And it works most of the time. And so I think it's very necessary to know these things. It's just that when you're a young man in Ghana, you can't pay for a wedding. Then you forget your star sign.
Would you say that you have a type?
A type?
A type. When it comes to
women?
Yes.
What did you what?
It's a very straightforward.
What did you drink today?
It's a very.
I don't think I have a type. I think I have a vibe. I think I focus on the vibe and the mind. Because sometimes you might think this is what you want, but it's not what you need to have a family. So for growing up, I had a type. But
what was that type?
Oh, Charlie, I want something to grab, because I am slim, so I don't want to play tennis ball. I don't want coca. I want ta. So, yeah, Waska.
Accra's biggest mid-morning. 3.
You gotta confuse me.
I don't have. I've had a wonderful morning.
Of course.
With Worlasi. It's always good vibes. Although the last time that I saw you in person, you couldn't even remember who I was. What a shame that was.
No, it's not.
No. It's okay. You're a superstar. It's allowed.
It's not a superstar thing. It's not a superstar. The time I don't even know if I can say it here. But
hey, you can say it because it was an innocent meeting. What do you mean the time?
Oh no, calm down. It's not about you. Wow! All of a sudden,
I was just making sure that.
Oh,
we
please, making sure what nothing. Anyways,
wow, now Becca.
What are you making sure? Okay, so the last time I think I was probably intoxicated or something. I don't know. Maybe to not.
I can't. Okay, it was a space that intoxication was encouraged for sure.
Exactly. Sometimes you are just you don't.
No, but you were very, very nice about it. You were like, "Oh, we've met." I was like, "Yeah, you've been on." I had a podcast 4 years ago. You were on there. You were like, "Really?"
Oh, podcast 4 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, that's very hard. It's very hard to remember something like that, don't you think?
You don't remember things from 4 years ago.
No, from that time, the time that we spoke, and you said. From 4 years ago, since then I have never forgotten your face.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Since then, sometimes it helps to meet the person the second time.
Okay, it's fair.
And your face is very
recognizable.
It's recognizable, but people get your face too. Like you have this round.
Everybody, I have a common face.
Yeah, your face is a kind of face that I've seen before. So it's hard to separate those people. You have a face that somebody in the industry also has.
Who do I look like?
I don't know. I'm trying to find the person, but a round nose, round face.
How is the nose around?
This young. The lips have like round.
The lips are round, the head is round, the eyes are round. I don't even know how to take it, but oh, it's doing it for you.
Well, no, trust me, it's doing it for me.
It's been doing it for Worlasi.
Since the day I forgot about you, I never forgot again. It's been doing it.
Worlasi, I'm going to turn your mic off for the rest of this interview.
Thank you very much for your time.
Let's get into some this or that very quickly, and then we'll close things out.
Fine. I thought you were telling me to get.
No. We're still here. We're still here. We're still here, locked in with Worlasi. Let's play this or that, okay? Are we ready?
I do.
So it's just a quick game where you tell us what your preference is. Okay, let's get into it. Kanye West or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
That's your preference. Eminem or
Drake? It depends if it's listening to. If it's energy, Kanye.
Yeah. All right. Eminem or Drake?
Eminem. Jesus Christ, never Drake.
Oh, are you a Drake hater?
Not a hater, but like Eminem and Drake.
Eminem,
Jesus.
you'd say.
Come
okay.
on, yeah.
Kendrick or J. Cole? Kendrick?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why you're a Drake hater. Because
Drake? No, that's
you're
not
a Kendrick
why.
supporter.
No, but he just lost. It's just a loss.
When he comes back up, you'll find him. Right
I
now,
listen
he's
to
on the
I listen to Drake to paint. Like I can't stop listening to Drake.
Okay,
you know?
fair.
But when it comes to rap, you have to respect people who are good at it.
R2B's all a mean gang.
R2B's. You didn't even finish it. R2B's.
The
like I would not.
forever.
Bruh, come on, man.
High life or Afro beats?
Charlie, that's a hard one. High life is so nice, but Afrobeat they hit hard.
Beats, trust me.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't choose, but
pick.
I think I'll choose High Life for respect for where it's coming from. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather a solo project or a collaborative album? Solo?
Yeah.
Even if you get to collaborate with some heavyweights. So let me set the premise. Let's say you had a chance to put out something, huge next year with some big financial muscle. Would you?
Oh, I'll do it quickly.
Solo.
The moment you add financial muscle, I'm doing it.
Solo dolo.
Yeah, I'll do it with the. I'll do it. So far as it's a collaboration, I don't mind. So far as it's financial.
Move.
I'll do it. I'll move.
Now, would you rather go to a music festival, something more chill, or a concert?
Something more chill. Do you mean like an intimate?
So I think
music festival. No.
Music
cancel.
festival. No. And for concerts, you'd rather go to an intimate.
Yeah,
one.
an intimate one, like one that is not too loud.
Not one that has thousands of people, great energy, very loud, very explosive.
I think I've experienced that enough in my life.
For now, calm
concert. Even in Europe to have experienced it's wild and crazy. It's okay.
You paid your dues.
I've paid my dues.
I love that.
Yeah.
And also, would you rather a live performance or recording?
Live.
Why is that?
With live, you can pause, you can stop, you can say some few words, you can come back and sing. You give a chance for other musicians to also work. Instrumentalists can come and do freestyle. It's very communicative. With live, you're communicating with the instrumentalists, you're communicating with the people. You can pause the song, you can do a solo.
Right.
Everybody can come together. You can change it, you can switch it up. You can change a love song to reggae as quickly as possible. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. So it's about the freedom for me. Sorry.
Thank you. Would you rather thrift shopping, going to the Obroniwewu section, or rather go to a boutique or some fancy online shopping?
I wish you said Obroniwewu or sewing. Then I'll go for
sewing. So why would you go for sewing?
I like sewing. I like it when
you've not been. I don't think the men, they disappoint you guys, or when you take your stuff to get your thing. They don't. I don't think the men has the tailor ever disappointed you truly
so
before?
So many times.
DJ Wabs, the tailor has
so many times.
I thought men don't go through this. Listen,
it's because
you are waiting for the outfit, then you call and say, the day before you want to color.
Yeah. I think it's also because the women complain more than the men. No offense, because I have a tailor friend, and then he was like, I don't sew for women anymore because it has to be particular. If the hips is this, some women have different shapes of body, so you have to do it to fit them. But men, like most of us, are like almost the same,
and the style is not so
and also
complex.
and also if it's not too bad of a difference, we don't go back to change. We're like, it's fine, we can work with it.
Something that you have paid for. That's how men will order food at the restaurant.
Yes.
And they say, it's okay, so you don't mix. No, something that I've paid for. You will go back until it tastes good.
Yeah.
I don't know why men are like that. Oh, don't make it so good. No, it's your money.
It's your money.
That's how we translate it into modern day governance. Oh, it's okay. No,
you have to correct
it's your money. Make sure that it is corrected. Okay. And the final this or that. Would you rather date somebody in the industry or maybe an
outside
corporate? Outside.
Yes.
Why?
Outside the industry, please.
Why is that?
Because I don't know, man. It's just I don't want to be with somebody that is
Don't they understand you better? The long hours.
You'd be surprised that a lawyer could understand you better. You'd be surprised. It's
That's valid.
Yeah, because liking and connecting with somebody is not about what they do.
That's true.
I mean, that's also part of it, but that's not what it's about. Also, too, it's quite boring if you are all in the same industry. Sometimes it helps, though.
That's true.
It helps. The most successful musicians that have been successful at marriages, they are both in the same industry. So it will be good to have somebody that's doing the same thing. But if I'm singing and rapping and the person is into royalties and organizing shows, it works. But if we are both singing,
you think that can
I think that can be a
and
problem.
finally, who is your celebrity crush?
When I was growing up, it used to be a Rollins wife. Right now, I don't know who I should. I think I like.
Kunedu
Nana Kunedu was my crush.
You were raised by your grandparents, Ampa.
Yeah, anyways, she was fine. Yeah, very fine. Anyways, I mean, she's still fine. Good God.
Sure. Yeah. Who's your current celebrity crush?
Charlie, there are plenty.
Mention them.
You cry, I'm one of them.
I'm one of them. Where do I rank in the list?
I don't want that trouble right now.
Well, that's very useful information to know. Next time I go to a Worlasi concert, I'm not paying. I'm just going to show up. Do you know who I am? Do you know that I am Worlasi's crush? In any case, we're getting now into our 3 Lounge Best Worker series, and all week long we've been asking you to nominate that colleague of yours that always goes above and beyond. And I'm sure we know people like that. Worlasi, have you ever been in corporate Ghana, worked in an office, anything like that?
Yes, I have.
What was the work culture like when you were there?
It was. I can't mention the place because I don't want trouble.
That's fine.
But it was still in Ghana money.
Oh.
It was corruption, but it was fun too. It was fun.
Okay, corruption, but make it fun.
But it was fun. They loved each other. We loved each other. It was amazing, But I feel like there was some form of corruption or disrespect too sometimes comes in once in a while, because people are more powerful than others, and then some people are being also abused with the power and whatnot. But it was full of love, laughter, and whatnot. I think it was a great experience. I learned a lot of things. I learned how to, dress corporate, barber my hair every week and that kind of thing.
I mean, apart from the long locks, which we don't typically see in our corporate spaces, today what you're wearing, this is your political suit. Jesus. It's definitely Corporate Wednesday friendly. So we're getting into our 3 Lounge Best Worker series, and we do have a winner as announced. We are going to be crowning our first winner, and they're going away with they've won some very juicy vouchers from our sponsors, Atlantic Mall. Some vouchers that our winner can come and pick up on Friday and shop till you drop. Told embodies the essence of exceptional customer service, consistently going above and beyond to ensure that every client interaction is smooth, positive, and productive. Priscilla's commitment to excellence is evident in her work ethic. She's always the first to arrive, the last to leave, ensuring that no client query goes unanswered. Her problem-solving skills are second to none. She approaches every challenge with a calm demeanor. Now, under Priscilla's care, client satisfaction has soared. Her ability to build strong, lasting relationships with our clients has resulted in increased customer loyalty and repeat business. Her dedication is a key reason why Iridic Roofing Systems Limited continues to stand out in the industry. In summary, Priscilla is not just an outstanding employee, she is a cornerstone of our client service excellence. Her unwavering dedication, exemplary service and positive influence on her peers make her the ideal candidate for this prestigious recognition. Oh my goodness. If somebody had all these amazing things to say about me, I wouldn't be able to get my head through the door.
All your troubles stayed the same. So long we'll wait. Look at how long.
Accra's biggest mid-morning 3 Lounge.
Now, our next nominee, Peggy, I don't know whether you buy Oachi for your colleagues day in and day out because wow.
Can't strong on me with a weak vibe. If I decide to let the
Portia Ofori. All right, so Portia, this is one of your nomination messages. Now, Portia is a very hardworking colleague who's always there to help when the need arises. She's very punctual, fun to be around. If everyone is to be as fun as she is at work, it'll be a great place for good work delivery and a lot more messages that come through that echo this sentiment. Portia Ofori of Prudential Bank is our second nominee. I'll tell you who is walking away with these juicy Atlantic Mall vouchers for being our first 3 Lounge Best Worker Series winner. And this and every Wednesday, we'll be making sure that that colleague in your workplace going above and beyond is recognized and walking. It has been many thanks to Worlasi, who's been with me all throughout 3 Lounge. I hope you've had fun this morning.
I did. I had a lot of fun.
Did you tell the whole truth? Nothing but the truth?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Are we sure?
Oh, very sure. I might have omitted some truth, but I didn't lie.
But we didn't lie.
Yes.
It's been a fantastic installment of 3 Lounge. Thank you so much for deciding to spend your mid-morning with us. My name is Helen Apia Ampofo on behalf of the rest of the very exquisite 3 Lounge crew. Special shout out to my producer, Janet Quayson. We're bidding you farewell, adios, au revoir, goodbye. You have a glorious Wednesday. We're back again tomorrow. More great vibes, more good chat.
Accra's biggest mid-morning.